I honestly think like the more you suffered, the more you're capable of doing great things. If life is good, you stay where you are.
Right.
It's when it's uncomfortable and painful that's when you grow.
I know you often say, like, if you haven't suffered, you aren't capable of great things.
Okay.
How severe should that suffering be?
I honestly think like the more you suffered, the more you're capable of doing great things. Like it's tied.
Yeah.
Your desire to go off and help comes from the severity of the pain you went through.
Right.
It just burns in you more that you want to go off and help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really believe that.
I see what you're saying.
I had a guy DM me on Instagram, and maybe this is where it's coming from. He said, "Hey, I haven't really suffered. I don't know. I haven't really been through any pain. What should I do?" Like, I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't been through anything. You have to go out and grow. You have to grow out. Like, something has to happen for you to really. I think everybody's still built to serve, but without having had any pain at all, I don't know. Either you're forgetting it,
Yeah.
or like if life is good, you stay where you are.
Right.
It's when it's uncomfortable and painful that's when you grow.
Yeah.
And then when you grow, you want to naturally help other people who are struggling with it.
Right.
It's just the human condition. That's what people are built to do.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay. Why that question? Why does that mean so much?
Because at first, before I went with Alex yesterday, I didn't think I had any major suffering.
Okay.
I just kind of thought like, I just going through life, and I kind of figured like, okay, Devizio, you'll work it out and you'll get over it, or you're not necessarily get over it, but you'll work it out.
Yeah.
And to me, I've heard different stories. So I was like, wow, I haven't been as near as close as anything possible like that. You know what I'm saying? But I figured out that I hid my suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I figured it out.
That's legit, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I did too.
Yeah.
When I was asked questions like, well, I don't even want to go back and think about painful moments. I'm so optimistic, positive, like where are we going, not where we've been. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But the point isn't to sit in the pain. The point is to feel the pain to then be able to make it a tool for power.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your Michael Jordan level of talent?
I believe in people more than they believe in themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to say that in videos. I think it can be misconstrued, but it's true. Like no matter, you come to me and said, dude, I crushed it. Like, dude, I made the best video of all time. Like, awesome. Yeah. Let's go. You can do more than that.
Yeah.
Regardless. Yeah. It's always, there was one rare moment. So like yesterday when you guys were doing, when you came to me and did the foundation videos, you came from Alex first and then came to me. This was Alex's first time doing that role. He had a different role last time. He had Mark's role, right? So he was nervous and preparing and getting ready. And every group came in and crushed it. Like we finished on time or early for every group. Yeah. Right? And there's still some coaching and going through, and right? That's fine. But for the most part, everybody was really ready to go. And I was so impressed because in previous workshops, we would have gone over. Or like I'd be rushing and feeling the stress of getting it done on time. Right. And that was, I mean, you guys stepping up, but also Alex with the prep work of getting you guys ready to come in and see me. And so he walked in and he said, dude, I crushed it today. I'm like, dude, you don't even know how much you crushed it today, right? Like for today and tomorrow, just have that big head and feel it. And I'll destroy you on Tuesday or like next week, but like for now, just feel it because you actually deserve it, right? And he's so like not used to hearing that because every time he comes in high, it's like, dude, you're just getting started. Like this sucks, right? Let's go. And then whenever he's feeling low, I bring him back up. But he did like such a good job. Every time you guys come in and crush it, like, man, Alex is like destroying it downstairs. This is amazing. So I let him feel it. Like, hey, feel it, enjoy it for these 2 days. We'll get back to normal and like working hard and getting better and saying we suck, you know, Saturday, but enjoy it.
Gotcha. Okay, for you, what's your definition of success?
I don't really think about it. I don't really think about definitions at all, to be honest. Like, what's your definition of an entrepreneur? I don't know. You want to call yourself an entrepreneur? Awesome. You're a VP at a bank and you say you're an entrepreneur? Great. I don't really care. I think for me, it's more a feeling. You know, success isn't buying that car or a certain number in the bank account. It's how do I feel every day? I want to feel like the work I do matters, you know, that I'm having an impact, that I'm happy. Okay. So I'm chasing that feeling every day.
Yeah, I like that. That's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed like when you, I don't know, it could be, but like when you in deep thought, I noticed like you
Yeah, I'm always fidgeting with my ring.
You fidget with your ring?
Either I fidget with my ring, or I have my coffee in my hand. I like having something in my hand, or like water. This is still coffee, but it's going to become water. I'll just keep refilling it and have it. I just like, I don't know. I think, growing up, I had a lot of tics, nervous tics.
Yeah.
I still have some. Like when I'm thinking, you can see my ears move.
Yeah.
And I'll fidget. It just, I don't know, it helps me.
Yeah. But see, I know that, well, I kind of pay attention to certain stuff, but like when you're really into it, I notice you flip it around, but kind of like when you just like going with the
so I'm into it. So does this mean I'm into it?
Yeah.
He's like, wait, like, can I get Evan to take his ring off? Okay, that's the test. I like it. All right,
yes, sir.
Listen, that's good awareness. So when I'm with somebody, I can tell, listen, okay, you know what? It's just sitting here.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to keep it on the whole time just because.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to play with it, dude. Devazio's good people.
I want to ask you about religion.
Okay.
I heard you in one podcast say that you weren't religious.
Yeah.
Could we talk about that? I know me personally.
Yeah.
I've met different people, and it seems that they're not. I don't know what to call it. It's like they're not religious, or they don't believe in like we'll just say like Christianity per se. Sure. But I would like to know, like, for you, like, did you grow up religious, or what makes you say that you're not religious?
I love almost all the messages from pretty much all the religions, right? The idea of being built to serve, the idea of helping your fellow, brother and sister, the idea of forgiveness, the idea of doing good work, the idea of like all of that stuff. I connect. It's my message. Right. Even believe can be seen as a religious expression.
Right.
I grew up, my parents, we went to church every week so Roman Catholic. My mom's Italian, my dad is Canadian, so I went to a Catholic church every week for years. I got baptized, I got the communion when I was 13, and then I don't know how long, probably through high school, through university, high school, before university. I didn't connect to the religious figures. It never connected to me. But I love a lot of the passages. I'm more connected to the Bible and like the passages that I know from the other religious books. But the idea of you have a responsibility to do more and to give back, right? And you've been given great gifts, and so you have to go and give back. The idea that your ideas, like trust in the ideas that you get, right?
Right.
Whether you think that comes from a higher power, like I got this crazy idea in the shower, where did that come from? Whoever you give credit to, I want to go act on it.
Yeah. Right?
I just don't connect with the religious figures.
I see what you're saying.
But the messaging is on point, like most of it, not the destruction part and all that, at least for me, but it's mostly positive for every religion, and I deeply connect to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that help? You want to go deeper on there?
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think, in your opinion, religion can be used as a tool to control the people?
I don't worry about that. No. Maybe, but so can everything, Yeah. Like I'd be much more worried about mainstream media than I would about organized religion in terms of controlling people.
Well, that too, though, mainstream media too.
But I'm also not into I'm not into conspiracy theories either and that kind of stuff. For me, it's more great. So even if that does exist, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Go be the change.
Yeah.
Right. So as much as mainstream media might be I don't like that most news is negative.
Yeah.
So what am I doing? I'm making a channel that's all positive.
Yeah.
I'm making a channel 300 million views of just believe in positivity and hope and inspiration.
Okay.
Even though if I went negative, I'd probably have more views.
Right.
If I said what Kanye said about Jay-Z, 10 biggest insults or whatever, right? That would blow up.
Yeah.
That's just not what I want to create.
Right.
So it's also why I don't spend a lot of time thinking about that stuff. Same thing with definitions, because for me it's still, okay, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Your definition means this. Great. So why is that important to you? What action are you going to go off and take?
Right.
So, okay, if you think it's a form of mind control, okay, great. So what are you going to do about it?
All right.
And I always lean on the positive. Like, I'm not going to go in and say, I don't bash mainstream media.
Right.
I don't, even if I actually believed that religion was mind control, I'm not going to come out and say, stop going to church, religion is mind control. I only want to bring it from the positive angle.
Right.
Like, I want to be a force for greater good. And then hopefully people like it and then do less of the stuff that is bringing them down.
Yeah.
Right?
Seriously.
Does that help?
Yes, sir.
You want to go deeper?
No.
I like the line of questions.
Yeah,
It's
that's
great.
dope. I like it.
Okay.
Okay. So, and you answered my next question
Okay.
by saying that you're not big on conspiracy. So,
I had a woman come to me in Albuquerque who was heavily religious and part of a Catholic, or not Catholic, Christian moms. She led this Christian moms group in New Mexico. And she came and we did a one-on-one, and her first question was about God, and then I said, well, I'm not really religious, and it blew her mind that I wasn't religious.
Yeah.
Because basically everything that I'm saying is religion.
yeah.
Like, all the messages are pretty much the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my last question, man.
Okay.
And I kind of asked Mark this, but like, coming here has been super emotional, man.
Yeah. Good.
Super emotional for
Good.
me. And
How so? Why?
this atmosphere that
Yeah.
you created,
Yeah.
you and your team,
Yeah.
I don't even want to go back home because I'm not going to get this back at home.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. And it's going to be hard to find the Evan.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to find, like, all these guys.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like a little frustrating because I need an Evan.
Yeah.
And I need these type of people in my networks.
Yeah.
But I don't have this back at home in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And you're international. I'm in the U.S.
Yeah.
So how can I? You set the bar so high, man. I just feel like nobody. I'm not gonna be able to get this type of mentorship anywhere. So like, what do you recommend? Like, what do you recommend me doing, or like how to find these type of people, like where I'm from? And I know it's simple networking, but it's not simple networking
Yeah,
when you
but
meet
listen,
Evan
okay,
Carmichael.
listen. Already think about what's happened in the past 2 years, man.
Yeah.
Like, even thinking about, how you met Kevin, your first mentor you've been working with, and then we just met, and you bet on yourself. Like, we're at this conference. We only met, 3 weeks ago or something?
Yeah.
You're at this conference, and I speak, and you're coming up and asking me some questions, and you did it, right? And then you went to my website, and then you saw that I had this thing on, and then you said, I'm going to go to Toronto, and we made this happen,
Yeah.
right? It's more of that. There's a lot of good people.
Yeah.
It's just choosing to vibrate, man. I mean, when I find somebody good, I want to collect them. I say I like collecting good people.
Yeah.
And I try to find a way to do something with them, right? Like Jeremy, guy's working at a grocery store, and like, hey, let's start a YouTube consulting business,
Yeah.
right? Because he's good people, right? I want to have him around. And same thing for a lot of the people on my team. We have people coming from all sorts of crazy backgrounds, right? Danny was a UPS driver. Big Nasty over here is working security,
Yeah.
right? Like, doesn't make sense. And here we all are.
Right.
And that's everybody. J. Rise was homeless when I met him. J. Rise, who you work with, and he knows, like, he's comfortable with the story being shared, but there was this coffee shop that got, coffee shop I like going to, that had a bus come and hit it. And like, it's hard enough running a coffee shop, let alone have a bus come and like go through your front doors, right? So they shut down for a year. When they reopened, everybody who was in Toronto, I messaged in my community. I said, hey, I want to go to this coffee shop. I want to sell them out of everything they have. I want to just overrun the place with customers. I'll come there. I'm there for free. Just please buy something from the coffee shop to support them, right? And we did. We went there and like sold out of everything, right? I didn't let them know. It was this giant surprise, and maybe stressed out their staff a little too much because we had all these people, but like, they're out of baked goods, they're out of coffee, they're out of everything. Like, so pumped. And J. Raj shows up, and he had $20. He was homeless. He had $20 and he spent it on, cookies and stuff to support the thing. And then I found out, I said, hey, thanks for coming out, man. And I found that he was homeless. Like, that was his last $20. So I said, hey, you know what? If you meet him, he's a smart guy. He's got ideas. He can help. So I said, let's meet up next week and let's brainstorm how you can, build a business and not be homeless, right? And then we met up and had a great conversation. And then I had an office a little bit down the street. I said, you know what? I'm not using the office at night. Why don't you just sleep there? And so for 3 months, he slept on the floor of my office, brought some blankets, and that was his home for 3 months. I'm like, just don't get me kicked out because this is actually not legal, right? Like, just keep music down and don't have security come around. And so for 3 months while he got settled, he slept in my office, right? Like, it doesn't make sense, but it's good people.
Yeah.
So when you find somebody good, even if you don't really know how you're going to work out, you just try to find a way to stay in touch, right? Yeah. So we're going to add you to the group, stay in the group, post, right? Send me DMs. I'm always a DM away here, but now it's like finding that in other people and finding ways to stay with them.
Yeah.
You're already doing it, dude. Like, you've already made so much growth. You just went to your first event, right? The Florida one was your first event.
Right. Now
you're at your second event.
Yeah.
It's already happening, right? Like, focus on, like, be grateful for everything you've done, and then focus on, I'm on this path now. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna keep making great connections. And all the great people that I've met through the workshops and everything else, they're still all just a DM away, right? And if you're ever in Toronto, say, hey, man, let's do something.
All right. Sound good. That's it, man.
Love it, dude.
Yes, sir. Look to you. Yes, sir.
If you have a podcast or interview show and want me to be a guest on it, I have 2 options for you. There's a link right there next to me. Go click it, and I look forward to being a guest on your show.